Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Dr. Kamath.
Good evening.
Welcome to shophealthy.in live Meet a Doctor. So, viewers, today we have Dr. Vijay Kumar Kamath with us. He is a practicing Ayurvedic doctor for the past 20 plus years, and currently he is the medical director of Biogetica and Cordival Life Sciences. So, Doctor, thank you for spending your evening with us. And
It's my pleasure to be with you, Divya, here.
Thank you. So I think today we would like to hear from an Ayurvedic doctor and an Ayurvedic perspective of how, Ayurveda can help people prevent, and even if they have the COVID-19 virus, how they can deal with it, how even post-COVID, Ayurveda can be helpful.
Yep, sure. Divya, you can start with your questions if you have any specific questions, because if we go on explaining about Ayurvedic lifestyle and management, it will be a very lengthy topic. We won't be able to finish. So let's start with your questions, and if the viewers have any questions, we can come forward with the appropriate answer to them.
Sure, doctor. See, the first question we got from some of our viewers was that, we know that the vaccine is out now and it will be available to everyone pretty soon. But let's say before they even get the vaccine, they feel they're coming down with the symptoms. Let's say they're feeling like they're coming down with a cold. What can be done? What should be the first step that can be done at home to address it? And at what point should they see a doctor?
Yeah, good question, Divya. As you may be aware that vaccines cannot be given to an infected individual, someone who is having symptoms like fever, cold, or something else, or who is dealing with autoimmune diseases. In those people, they are not a suitable candidate for the vaccine. So in this scenario, someone who's infected, we can suggest going for natural home remedies that they can prepare at home. They are readily available and easy to make. For example, someone comes up with a mild fever and coryza or cold, running nose, or fatigue-like symptoms. The first thing we advise is we consider this condition as a Navajvara, like fever on the first day. In that scenario, we advise going for a rice gruel or ganji, what we call in Ayurveda. So while you are cooking rice, the water that comes up, so that is known as the ganji. So we advise drinking this with a quarter teaspoon of pepper, black pepper preferably, and it should be drunk warm. So continuously drinking this liquid can help address fever and early stages of cold. Wow. And we strongly advise not to eat or drink anything else, because the Agni, the digestive fire, is very mild when you have fever. So as per the Ayurvedic principles, we say, Langanam Swedanam Kalo Yavagus Tiktako Rasa. It means, like when you have fever for the first day, you need to fast, drink warm water continuously, and make sure you sweat naturally. That is how paracetamol, crocin, or Calpol, it works like. It induces sweating and regulates your body temperature. So this is the Ayurvedic way of perspiring, inducing sweating, and regulating the body temperature naturally without any chemical medication. So this is the first step. And secondly, we have tulsi at home. I think every household in India has tulsi, they have cinnamon, and they have cloves. So we can make a simple concoction by blending all these three. Maybe a fistful of tulsi. Don't look for different varieties. There are maybe around 10-15 different tulsi varieties available. So anything which is available in front of you, you can take either fresh leaves or dried leaves, a fistful, around 4 or 5 cloves, 4 or 5 pepper pieces, and a piece of cinnamon. You can just boil them and drink it warm once or twice a day. That will help in addressing the symptoms, and probably these herbs may have potent antiviral properties. So this is the first step I would always recommend to everyone. And suppose everyone is different, Divya. So people may come up with nasal congestion. They may come with a severe headache. They may come with a running nose. So if someone is having a congested nose, we advise going for a saline nasal drainage. Saline nasal drainage is simple to make. Like you take a cup of warm water, add some soda bicarb, or baking soda, what you call, and a pinch of salt, and just flush it in your nose. So that will definitely help relieve the nasal condition. So I think these are the primary symptoms that most people experience when they may supposedly be contracted with COVID virus or some other flu-like infections. So I think this should work well in most of them.
So they can do these remedies at home for a few days and wait to see the improvement before they run to a doctor, or
most people, they do overcome these symptoms in just 1 or 2 days of doing this. If the fever does not subside even after 2 days, then it is advised that you see your doctor nearby. Your family doctor is the best person because he knows you.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So now I think this is the first question that we had in our minds. Now your other input was important when, let's say, people have recovered from COVID. We have still heard that they have a lot of post-COVID, complications that they kind of have to live with. Please share your insight. What are these and how do they deal with these?
Yeah, very good question. Divya, most people who have contracted the virus, who have flu-like symptoms, who were treated for COVID in a regular hospital setting or home quarantined treatment also. So these repurposed drugs, they may come up with so many different adverse events and post-COVID complications, like people taking virals like Fabiflu, Remdesivir, they ended up having diabetes. Someone taking HCQ in the past for prevention or active management, they ended up having cardiac issues. Someone who took paracetamol or pain medications or Dolo or something like that, they ended up having a sluggish liver. And someone taking ivermectin or doxycycline or other antibiotics which were repurposed and which were conventionally used in the management of COVID in regular hospital setting, they had a very low immune system. So we can address them step by step. Firstly, when you have COVID, you had COVID, and after that you come home or you recover from these symptoms, there may be complications like your blood pressure goes up or you have diabetes. So we advise necessary precaution to be taken. First thing is avoid sweets, which is very bad for the immune system. You need to gradually exercise regularly. I don't ask you to go run, jog, and do hopping and everything. It is just brisk walking is recommended. Avoid fried food and junk food, which is quite dangerous at this stage because you have just come out of the hospital. So you may be having the craving to eat noodles, all the junk food, whatever see outside. So it is not recommended to go out for that. So instead, go for a very simple green leafy vegetable diet because that is very good for boosting your immune system. Make sure to take a half or quarter teaspoon of haldi at bedtime with milk. And if possible, you can take a fistful of raisins, preferably black raisins, soak them in a cup of water, maybe overnight or just 2 hours should also suffice in most cases. Drink that water after squeezing the raisins. So that will help in preventing coagulation disorders and also improve your circulatory system. And suppose your diabetes, your sugar levels are spiking up, you really no need to panic because this is temporary. Even if it is drug induced, it is short lived. If you start exercising, avoid sugar and sweeteners, then definitely your body has its own corrective mechanism. It can digest the sugar naturally. So glycogenesis can happen naturally when you start exercising. When you pump up your muscles, lactic acid is generated in your body. So that will definitely help in digesting the free flowing sugar in your blood. So it is very easy. The first thing you have to remember during COVID or post-COVID treatment is that don't panic at all. Because You have already overcome death.
Yeah.
So there is no problem at all. You have saved yourself. Only thing is you have to prevent further more complications. So that is the Ayurvedic way.
That's interesting.
So the safest exercise I would suggest is going for Surya Namaskar. So there are 10 different yoga postures that come in the Surya Namaskar. It is very easy to perform and nobody is going to break their bones by doing this.
But is Surya
It's very easy
Namaskar
to do that.
recommended for blood pressure patients also, doctor? I mean, when there is a lot of bending and stuff involved?
See, the first thing is you are not doing any high intensity training exercise here. There are simple 10 different postures of yoga which are quite vital and they have proven to be very safe in cardiac patients. There are so many people who have had open heart surgery as well. So invasive surgeries, stenting, everything, even those people can do Surya Namaskar, of course, under the guidance of a yoga instructor initially. Once they are stable with the steps, then they can do it at home at their convenience. Should not be a problem.
Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know. And I think Ayurveda itself has been an ancient science. I'm sure, just like you were talking to me offline, it's another form of flu in the sense, right? And
Yes,
Ayurveda has
it is just a kind of flu.
Yeah. So,
and Divya, we should remember that the flu had been there for many years, maybe 70 plus years, as far as I remember from the history books. So there were flu vaccines in the past as well. So there is a flu vaccine in the present as well. Since the COVID variants, there are more than 23 plus variants which have been detected now in the United Kingdom. So we don't know whether the present vaccine will be effective in all the variants of COVID. So it is always a good idea that you take necessary precaution in your daily diet, your daily regimen, and your lifestyle, which is quite important.
Very
so
true.
Just take this as a flu virus and don't ignore. So 1 or 2 days, your body will start understanding and recognizing the enemy, the virus, and it will start creating its own defense mechanism. We need to be cautious in people who are elderly, who have a very low immune system, who have cardiac issues. So that is the only precaution I would always insist everyone, like my friends, my family, my clients, and you, Divya.
Thank you. Very, very good advice, doctor. Thank you so much today for sharing your insight. And I'm sure our viewers can reach out to you for getting consults online, and you will be there to help through WhatsApp.
Yes, I will always be there. We have a 24/7 dedicated line on chat on Biogetica. And suppose anyone has the specific queries addressing the condition, they can just drop an email to us. They can talk to our doctors on staff. We have a good number of doctors at Biogetica and Corrival Life Sciences, and they're all holistic in nature. So we do definitely help people, and it is not for monetary gains, but for the safety and health of the general public.
Wonderful to hear that. And I will leave a link to your profile as well under this video, so viewers can go there and book their appointments as well. Thank you so much.
Yes, Divya. Thank you. You have a nice evening. I'll speak to you later on. Bye.
You too. Bye.